What's the fastest way someone has ruined your opinion of them? Gave my roommate an envelope with a money order for bills in it to drop in the mail. He got arrested. While looking for some of his documents to take to him, I found the opened, empty envelope in his closet. Peace out. A girl I was seeing casually called my former roommate a racial slur while I was driving the two of us to dinner. I pulled over, dropped her off on a street corner, then went and got dinner on my own. This happened to a friend. In 1973, my friend, who was a teenager and a huge Knicks fan, actually went to the airport to meet the Knicks plane and try to get some autographs. My friend is an Orthodox Jew and was wearing his kippah. The plane came in and my friend was jumping up, calling out the players and waving his autograph book. One player actually came over and was going to take my friend's pen to sign when he spotted the kippah. He dropped the pen and said, "I don't do shit for Jews." Being a complete bitch to servers at a restaurant. I don't care how hot you are. Treating service workers poorly and with entitlement is such a turn off. Matched with a lady on Tinder. I always go to the let's get coffee as soon as possible to filter out the women who just like to chat endlessly. To my surprise, she says yes. Could have days later we meet to outside of the coffee shop. We walk in, and she says, I don't want coffee from this place. I don't care for the people serving the coffee. I ask, oh, you know them? She responds, no, but I know their type. What do you mean, their type? Thinking maybe she didn't like hipsters. Well, black people are always gross and dirty, and I don't want to have them serving me. I look at her, and she's really hot, and kind of dressed slutty. So most of the time a guy will allow a certain amount of WTF in a girl like that. But no, I just say I don't think this will work. And then block her as I'm walking away. I think our total in-person interaction was like less than 5 minutes. Maybe less than 2. I don't date racists. I didn't tolerate racists. No amount of hot on the outside will overcome that ugly on the inside. Thanks for reminding me of that girl. I had forgotten about that experience. Oh, I posted a good story about this on a different subreddit yesterday. My dad's a member of a men's club at a golf course and has a few friends he golfs with a lot. I'm not a member, but he brings me along as a one, so I know some of his better golf friends. There's a guy well called Jim that he golfs with a lot. They've probably been golf friends for a decade. Recently I was in a foursome with my dad, Jim, and a random. We're making small talk waiting for the green to clear on one of the par 3s when the random makes a complaint about an Asian moving in next door and how it bothered him. Jim responds, oh, I don't mind having Asians living nearby. It's the Mexicans that bother me. Especially if they have kids. You just know they are going to end up gangbangers and drug dealers and bring all kinds of shit to the neighborhood. So I'm going to say that. That comment moved Jim from one of my dad's cooler golf friends to someone I never want to golf with again. Over the rest of the round, Jim and the random made a lot of comments just casually spewing racism, sexism, and anti-LGBT sentiment. My dad was as baffled as I was. When we got back to the car, my dad said he wasn't going to be trying to share a foursome with Jim or hang with him at the range anymore. There is a school that has litter in the student bathroom. A mother called into NPR, mentioning either Zodiac or Briggs-Myers as being a big factor in evaluating new people in your life. I've also recently heard people call Briggs-Myers Zodiac for white-collar people, and I can't slam that like button hard enough. Took a screenshot of what I had every right to assume was a private conversation when I was having a meltdown and shared it with a mutual friend. More his friend than mine. Any faith and trust I had in him just died. Abusing their pets. Neglecting their kids. New male hire at work last week. He jumped into a conversation between two women at work who were debating if a guy customer was rude to both of them, but nice to the male boss because he was sexist or just respected authority. New hire was not present for any of the customer interactions, but told the women that it was definitely not sexism. Was on a bachelor party with my brother-in-law. He has great friends. One guy I had particularly liked. We had hung out a few times prior to this, just a funny, all-around great guy. X200B. Guys decide we need to hit the strip club, so we go. This guy starts throwing stacks at women, getting lap dances, and going back to the VIP room. Comes out and starts yelling about how he just ate some pussy. I was disgusted. Not only is that just wild to do in a strip club, he was engaged to be married as well. Still see him and enjoy his company, but can't shake knowing what he did there. Been unkind to animals. The Slap by Will Smith. I was hanging out with friends once, and got introduced to a friend of a friend, and within minutes this dude was talking about how nice it is to get a break from his annoying wife. Elmo, like, brother, I have barely known you for 5 minutes and you're telling me what a bitch your wife is. Off the get-go I knew this guy was an asshole. Once I was fighting with my boyfriend and I punched him multiple times in the arm. Me, what? That's not nice. Her. No, it was fine. I felt better afterwards. I had no words. It soured my view of her in an instant. Dated a woman a while back. We were talking on the phone as she was driving home. She pulled into a fast food place to get something, and I got an earful of her treating the employees there like shit. How you treat people you're not technically obligated to respect says a lot about you. I hung up on her and never spoke to her again. Had a coworker who admitted they didn't pick up their dog's poop when walking. A couple years later I found out they were an anti-vaxxer. Wife and I were house shopping. Our realtor had done a great job finding houses in our price range and negotiating a fair price. Then at closing she confirmed the final price and said I tried to Jew the owner down a little more, but he wouldn't move. You did what? We asked. Yeah, I tried to Jew him down a little more, but he wouldn't budge, she said. Us, you know that's anti-Semitic, right? Her, no it isn't. I've used it for years. If we could have backed out of closing, we would have. We didn't use her again when it was time to sell that house, though. And for whatever it's worth, we did return the gift basket she sent us. They were rude to waitresses. I wanted nothing to do with them after.